0 out of 5 claims from Higgsfield AI held up, and every single one failed for the same reason. It's a video generator, and someone built a whole marketing deck pretending it was something else entirely. Right now, people are making real budget calls based on these claims, so I went through all 5 of them against verified third-party sources and official docs. No guesswork, no copy-pasting press releases. I'm testing Higgsfield AI's 5 boldest claims to see which ones actually hold up. There is one thing Higgsfield AI genuinely does well, and it's not what any of the marketing copy talks about. Stick around to the conditional verdict because that's where the real use case finally shows up. My name is Brian, and I'm in these tools 12 hours a day, so you don't have to be. I went through every source claim Higgsfield AI makes, checked it against the actual product, and what I found was kind of wild. The product is real, but the claims just describe a completely different product. You've probably heard both sides of this. Either Higgsfield AI is a legit ML tool that cuts document processing time by 10x, or it's just another video generator. The people deciding right now are content teams, solo creators, and ops folks who need to know if this $15 a month tool actually does what the landing page says. Claim 1, 10x faster document processing. The failure mode here is pretty brutal. You swap out your current ML pipeline for Higgsfield AI because someone on your team read that it's 10 times faster, and 6 weeks later, nothing processes, because the tool literally doesn't do document analysis. That's not a performance gap, that's a total workflow collapse. I looked at official docs, third-party reviews, and community forums for any mention of document processing in Higgsfield AI, and what I found was 0. Every single source describes it as a video and image generation platform. No ML pipelines, no accuracy metrics, no document throughput numbers. The 10x claim has no sourced data behind it anywhere. Unverifiable, plain and simple, because the product doesn't do this at all. I went in thinking I'd find at least some edge case or beta feature, and what I got was a clean 0. 0 of 1 claims holding up so far, and this one wasn't even close. Claim 2, 0 manual feature engineering. The number that matters here is the hours your data team burns on pre-processing before a model can even run, and if this claim is real, that's a massive cost cut. But if it's hype, you've already restructured your pipeline around a tool that was never built for that job. What surprised me here is that there is a real technical layer. Higgsfield AI does have a proprietary reasoning layer that hides complexity, but it's for video generation, not ML data pre-processing. I reviewed software and multiple other sources and found 0 comparison to any ML pipeline, feature engineering workflow. So the claim just doesn't map. Unverifiable again, and for the same core reason. Wrong category entirely. I thought maybe the reasoning layer would at least partially map to something in the claim, but there's no comparison data anywhere. 0 of 2 claims holding up now, and the pattern is pretty clear. Claim 3, production-ready results in days, not weeks. You've probably heard this pitch before, right? You skip the long implementation cycle and get working outputs fast. The cost, if it's wrong, is real. You plan a 2-week sprint around it, and then spend the next month rebuilding when nothing delivers. Okay, so there is a real speed claim from Higgsfield AI, but it's about video, not documents. The vendor says you can turn simple inputs into social-ready cinematic videos in minutes, and that's a plausible claim for a video tool. But the days versus weeks framing in the marketing is document ML language dropped onto a video product, which is a pretty significant mismatch. Unverifiable for documents, and no independent source confirmed even the video speed claim. I thought this one would at least partially hold up since there's a real vendor statement, but without independent verification, it doesn't count. 0 of 3 claims holding up, and we're only getting deeper into the same problem. 2 tests left, and the next one actually reveals something real about what Higgsfield AI does do well. Stick with it, because the pricing test after that is where you find out whether the $15 entry price means anything for your actual use case. Claim 4 maintains context across multi-page documents. The day your tool loses context halfway through a 50-page document, your output is garbage, and you don't always catch it right away. That's a real failure mode for anyone processing long-form content at scale, so I went looking for any evidence this feature exists. I searched experiment.com in every review I could find, and what I found instead of document context was Soul ID, which is actually a pretty cool feature for video creators that keeps characters consistent across video clips. That's a real technical capability, but it's not document context at all, and no data on multi-page document coherence exists anywhere. Unverifiable, full stop. Soul ID is a real feature, but it's for video character consistency, not document processing, and 0 of 4 claims are holding up at this point. The whole thing is a category mismatch baked into every single claim. Claim 5, 60 to 70% lower pricing than DataRobot and H2O. A team evaluating enterprise ML tools is looking at 5-figure annual contracts, so if Higgsfield AI really undercuts that by 60 to 70%, and it changes the whole conversation. That's a real budget decision, so let's see if the number holds. I checked Layer 3 Labs for Higgsfield AI's pricing, and the numbers are real. Starter at $15 a month, Plus at $39, Ultra at $90. The pricing itself is confirmed from a third-party guide, but I couldn't find any sourced comparison to DataRobot or H2O anywhere, so the 60 to 70% lower claim has no benchmark behind it. Unverifiable. The pricing tiers are real, but the comparison to enterprise ML tools just isn't there, and not one source number showed up anywhere. 0 of 5 claims holding up. That's the final count. So here's where Higgsfield AI actually shines. It turns simple inputs into social-ready cinematic video fast, and the vendor claim of minutes is plausible for a video tool. Soul ID is a genuine technical feature that keeps characters consistent across clips, and at $15 a month for the starter tier is genuinely accessible for solo content creators. And here's where it falls apart, no softening. Every document processing claim, the 10x speed, the multi-page context, the 0 feature engineering, is unverifiable because the product simply doesn't do document analysis. The 60 to 70% pricing comparison has 0 sourced evidence, and those user quotes about 23% accuracy jumps. I couldn't find any link between those numbers and Higgsfield AI at all. I went in thinking I'd find a flawed ML tool, and what I got was a video generator with someone else's marketing deck. 0 of 5 claims verified. Worth it if you're a social media creator who wants cinematic video at $15 a month, and skip it completely if you need document analysis, ML pipelines, or any enterprise data workflow. Wrong tool. Full stop. If you actually need a video generation tool and you want to know how Higgsfield AI stacks up against something like Runway or Kling, I ran that comparison and the price to output ratio flips in a pretty interesting way. That one's on the channel.